Welcome to True Crime Shadows, where history's darkest secrets murmur with chilling echoes that freeze the soul. Tonight, we tread the desolate highway of tears, where a sinister force, marked by black feathers and silver coins, snuffed out lives and vanished into the mist. In the depths of British Columbia, Highway 16, a desolate and sinister road, has left a bloody trail in Canada's criminal history. From the 1960s to the 1990s, over 40 women, mostly from Indigenous communities, vanished or were murdered along this route, cases dubbed the Highway of Tears. Murders marked by a cryptic signature, a black feather, an old silver coin, and the eerie phrase, "Tears are the gate." This documentary, inspired by true events and dramatized, portrays these crimes. We seek to uncover the truth, revealing the hidden secrets of these dark killings. Winter 1965, Highway 16 was buried under heavy snow, a road twisting toward hell. Mary Wilson, 18, from the Tsimshian Indigenous village, a quiet girl dreaming of escaping poverty, lived in a cramped cabin with her grandmother, where wooden walls shivered in the cold. She worked at a local diner, carrying heavy trays with a weary smile, staring nightly at job ads for Prince George, a city promising a better life. Days before vanishing, she told a friend, a driver at the diner talked weird about nighttime shipments. "I think they're hiding something." On a frigid evening, Mary grabbed her backpack, a few dollars in her pocket, and fragile hope in her heart. At 9 p.m., police noted her shadow on the highway's edge, boots sinking in snow. A black pickup emerged from the dark, a predator in wait. The driver, a lean man in leather gloves with a cigarette, Mary, exhausted from the chill, climbed in, unknowingly trapped. The pickup turned onto a cursed dirt road. Mary pounded the locked door, her screams lost in the frozen night. The killer, with demonic calm, wrapped fishing line around her throat. Mary's breath stopped. Her eyes faded in the dark. Coroner's report: strangulation, a painful, silent death. At dawn, her body was found in a frozen ditch, a broken doll in the cold, a black feather on her chest, an old silver coin in her fist, and carved in the dirt. "Tears are the gate." Police blamed vagrants, but the black pickup, like an evil specter, vanished. Later records showed Mary had seen evidence of local smuggling, a secret that dragged her to death. Autumn 1982. Relentless rain turned Highway 16 into a muddy graveyard, a road that swallowed light. Anna Thompson, 20, from the Carrier tribe, a fierce girl with hopeful eyes, grew up in a small village where wooden homes sagged under forest shadows. To support her family, she wove baskets from childhood, selling them at the local market, but dreamed of city work to build a future for her younger brother. Weeks before disappearing, she told friends about suspicious trucks circling abandoned warehouses at night. "Something's off, like they're smuggling." On a rainy dusk, Anna donned her wet hoodie, tucked a few bills in her pocket, and headed to the road, determined to reach Prince George. At 8 p.m., police logged her by the roadside, hair plastered to her face from rain. A junkie truck stopped, reeking of death. The driver, with grey stubble and a heavy stare, opened the door. Anna, hesitant but tired of waiting, got in, stepping into a slaughterhouse. The truck veered onto a forested path where shadows lived. Anna slammed the locked door, cracking the glass, but hope was gone. The killer raised a rusted axe, a merciless executioner in the dark. Coroner's report: bone fractures and severe blood loss, a savage death. Her body was buried under forest leaves, a secret entombed in soil. A black feather in her hair, a coin in her hand, and carved on a nearby tree, Tears are the gate. Police called it random violence, but Anna had spoken of smuggling warehouses, words that cost her life. Summer 1990, an abandoned gas station on Highway 16, 1 a.m., where darkness reigned. Clara Reed, 25, a bold woman with a rebellious spirit, worked as a server in Prince George bars. Clara loved the road, but feared Highway 16. Weeks earlier, she told a co-worker, "Some strangers at the bar talked about border shipments like I wasn't supposed to hear." She even noted a suspicious van's license plate, but it vanished. That night, Clara finished her shift and went to the gas station under dim light. Smoke curled in the heavy air, her gaze fixed on the road where cars passed like ghosts. A white van without plates, like an evil spirit, pulled up. A man in sunglasses flashed a silver coin, a cold smile on his lips. Clara smirked. "Not mine." The killer drew a silenced homemade gun, death gleaming in his hand. A bullet hit Clara's waist. She fell, clawing the dirt. A second shot shattered her head. Coroner's report: instant death from 2 gunshot wounds, a brutal end. Her body was left in tall grass, a black feather on her forehead, a coin in her pocket. Scratched in the dirt, "Tears are the gate." Clara had spoken of smuggling shipments, a secret that buried her. This murder sparked media outrage, but leads dissolved in the dark. September 1990, Detective Leah Moran, 35, from Vancouver, with eyes full of pain and steely resolve, arrived in Prince George, determined to solve the Highway 16 murders, cases that tore at her heart. Leah bore a deep wound. Her sister Laura vanished on this road in 1975 at 17, as if swallowed by the earth. In Laura's belongings, Leah found an old silver coin, the same sinister signature of the murders. This clue pulled her into the heart of the crime's darkness. Leah sifted through over 30 murder and disappearance cases, each page screaming a bloody secret. The pattern was clear. Victims were young Indigenous women, killings in cold months, and signatures: black feather, silver coin, and the eerie "Tears are the gate." At the local police station, resistance blocked her. Files gathered dust, as if truth was forbidden. Leah, an unyielding shadow, pressed on. She met Joseph, a retired Indigenous mechanic, who gave her a notebook from a missing victim, Rosa. Sketches of black feathers, coins, and a list of victims' names, including Laura, a key unlocking the gate of truth. Leah's investigation tore back the veil, a sinister truth emerging from the dark. The coins were from a 1950s mint, tied to the Kraft family's bank, whose corrupt shadow loomed over the region. The Crafts ran a network of human and drug trafficking, exploiting Indigenous communities, wolves in human skin. Victims Mary, Anna, and Clara had stumbled upon shipments or warehouses. The murders were ruthless executions to silence witnesses. The feather and coin were signatures spreading fear. "Tears are the gate" was a coded phrase for border shipments, a cryptic language of crime. November 1990, Leah infiltrated an abandoned warehouse near Highway 16, a hideout reeking of oil and ash, filled with the Crafts' bloody secrets. Under a flickering flashlight, she found a locked box. Smuggling records, bank reports, photos of lifeless victims, and silver coins whispering deadly tales. Notes spoke of border deals and human cargo. Atherton, the Crafts' longtime driver, was named as the field killer, a pawn in their vile game. Heavy boots snapped Leah to attention. An unknown guard, a shadow in the dark, approached the warehouse. Leah stuffed the documents in her backpack and fled through the back door, breath trapped in her chest. On the road, a white van without plates roared and vanished into the night. Leah returned to Prince George, but distrusted local police. The craft's corruption was everywhere. She sent the documents to federal police in Vancouver, along with a tape of a secretly recorded craft operative's conversation, a voice that laid the network bare. December 1990, federal investigations unleashed a storm. Atherton was arrested in a remote cabin, but found dead in his cell before questioning, an apparent suicide reeking of conspiracy. The craft mastermind flared across the border like smoke in the wind. Leah's documents dismantled the trafficking network, but the main players stayed in the shadows. Leah was fired for pursuing truth in a corrupt system. In her apartment, she found a silver coin and black feather in her mailbox, a chilling warning. The network lives. The Highway 16 cases remained open, and the road, steeped in blood, still demands victims.